Just have a look at this place, guys. How good is this? Just this really nice dock right here. There's some kind of tour boat that goes there. Even now in the low season the boat comes. It just been here like half an hour ago. And I got this spot all to myself. So just gonna go to shore now and check out all these military bunkers and different kind of cool things that might be on this island. So apparently there's tons of military things from the Second World War here, when the Germans came and invaded Norway and they took the south part of Norway, and then the Germans built a lot of bunkers and stuff on this island to defend the coast. And Grimstad, which is the biggest city not far from here, they were gonna basically, this was the main protection outpost of this area. So we got some old tunnel here. Let's turn on the lights and check it out. Wasn't too much in here to see, but I heard there's supposed to be tons of old military tunnels on this island, so let's see if we can find some treasures. Just imagine being a soldier here during the Second World War. You just hear booms and guns on top of you running around in these tunnels, and just that constant adrenaline rush. It must, I don't know. I wouldn't like to be that. It is it's pretty cool to see how they've been able to just preserve these old guns and bunkers and everything. Like, these things are more than 70 years old, so they've been here, half exposed to the nature and the elements for all that time. So it's pretty well built things, I guess. I read that one of these, I don't know if it was exactly these, but one of these kind of cannons, maybe bigger ones, were able to shoot over 12,000 meters. So that's over 12 kilometers out in the ocean. Always when I'm at this kind of old war sites, I get this eerie feeling inside. So I can only take so much somehow, because I walk around in the bunkers and first I'm like excited, but then after a while I get like a little bit like, yeah, this is quite a horrible place upon a time, so let's go somewhere else and do something else for a bit. Just a super nice morning here on this little island, and yeah, it's just completely calm now, still silent, just pretty amazing conditions. I will be starting the engine now and then motor to Grimstad, which is about 10 nautical miles from here, so it's gonna be a nice little motoring trip through the archipelago, and then another marina night with some heat. Tonight I had 6 degrees Celsius, so it's not too warm. This area here in this archipelago where you sail into Grimstad, which is there, it reminds me quite a lot of when we sailed into Lisbon, because in Lisbon it's the Portuguese coast, which is flat, and then it just goes in and there's a big river and a bridge in there, and that's the same in Lisbon basically. And we also got quite a bit of current against us now, which we also had when we were going to Lisbon, so it's a little bit colder here, but otherwise it's quite similar actually. Today I'm out on a little trip, so I have gone along a road upriver from Kristiansand. So I'm more or less 25 kilometers from Kristiansand right now, and I'm walking by this river here, and I'm walking on this wooden I don't know, it's called like wooden slide something, and this thing was used a long time ago when they were taking timber and logs and stuff along the river from the forests upriver. So then I think that the logs were sliding along this slide here down river, and then getting sorted when it was getting closer down to Kristiansand and a little bit bigger places where was supposed to be built houses and stuff like that. Pretty cool place. So I'm getting to this little tunnel right now, and this seems like a really low tunnel. Like it's not high at all. You see here, I definitely get decapitated if I would run straight in here, which wouldn't be too smart, but yeah. I'm gonna see, it's pitch dark in there, so I'm gonna take my little torch, or torch my headlamp, and see what happens. This thing was not really built for tall people. You can tell I had to be really far down to be able to make it past, and my backpack is scratching in the roof every now and then. It's a pretty cool place though. Let's look at this place. They built a bridge over the river just for this thingy here, and the bridge is just as old as this wooden cradle slide, whatever, and you can tell because it's super rusty, but it seems like they kind of shaped it up a little bit the last few years, so it feels stable. But if you're a few people walking on these bridges, they are really going up and down and back and forth. And if there would be a lot of wind, I can imagine it would just be quite gnarly walking on these bridges. Actually, I wanted to get myself a fresh waffle at this place, but unfortunately they just closed, so yeah, pasta will have to be enough for today as well. We are on the second bridge of this little path, and I think we'll be back to the parking pretty soon. I just love this area here with the mountains and the valley with the river, and especially now in autumn when all the colors and the leaves get all red and yellow and stuff like that. It's definitely one of the best times of the year for sure. It is the first frosty morning of this autumn. It's like frost on the dock and on the boat, and it's really still and quiet and cold. But I'm gonna leave Kristiansand and go about 25-30 nautical miles further north up to a place called Grimstad. So it's gonna be a lot of motoring today, hopefully a little bit of sailing as well. But it's gonna be beautiful nevertheless. This is just pure magic. Time is about 10 now, and we left the harbor like 7:30. And it's firstly now that the sun is actually warming, so the frost has gone away from above, and we got some plus degrees, and right now it's just super enjoyable. It's basically no wind at all, completely flat. It's like you feel like you want to jump in, but it's like 8 degrees in the water, so yeah, maybe not. So yeah, we got another 3 hours of motoring or so until we reach our destination. We are arriving at Grimstad, our destination right now. Looks like a really cozy place, and it's so nice around these small villages here in southeastern Norway, because we got super protected archipelago more or less around every city. So it's good harbors, usually quite good wave breakers and all that as well, but then you get these big natural wave breakers as well. So even though there's a storm coming straight in, there won't be too big waves in the harbor anyways. So looks neat.